First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Underwood to throw on first down. Underneath, he's got Jordan Marshall.
Want to make a play in the pass game.
Second down and 2. And they'll hand it off to Jordan Marshall. Gets through the hole. Hurdles forward. Underwood, play fake, under pressure. Underwood, take it slowly.
It's a great rush on the end here. This is Saka, and he comes out there, beats the pulling guard, gets to the quarterback. There's Hubbard as well, and Hubbard immediately reaches down for that right leg. Watch as he gets to Underwood. Hubbard's terrific. Lots of pressures this year, and as he gets up, he immediately...
Underwood guns it, and it's caught. Andrew Marsh, the freshman.
Yeah, nice route here because, look, he's in the backfield. Good creativity from Chip Lindsey, the offensive coordinator, and he runs that wheel route outside from the backfield. Beautiful ball from Underwood. Right over the outstretched arm of Josh Fussell, the corner, and right into the hands of Andrew Marsh.
Michigan, Marshall in the backfield. They'll give it to him. And Marshall, straight 11. Underwood, under pressure, steps up in the pocket and is dragged down. Third and 13 at the 17. Marshall around the corner. Touchdown.
Going to get Andrew Sprague here, the right tackle. He's working against Saka, number 4, and you can see that right arm. He turns him and takes him down.
Underwood. Underneath. Klein leans forward. Got it up. And he missed it. On first down, Kamalafe with some running room. Second down and 6. Kamalafe again cuts it back.
Penalty results in a first down.
Now miscues here for Michigan early. These mistakes, he had the
first down at the 31 now for Stone and the Wildcats. Kamalafe and Caleb Kamalafe also.
direct snap here to the up back. They go for the fake. Needed to get to the 41. Looks like he was held up, and then there was a second effort.
Chase Farrell, we believe, couldn't see the number. And yes, Chase Farrell looks like he picks up the first down.
What a second effort from Chase Farrell as he stood up behind the line to gain it.
Now, first down. Stone sprints out of the pocket, throws on the move, and incomplete. That ball out of Northwestern. Stone And that one deflected at the line of... Got his big hand on the football.
Yeah, good rush here. Eno gets up on that right side, and look, he just bats that ball out of the air with that right hand. Had a wide receiver open on the far side, but can't get there.
Ita, a junior from Keller, Texas.
This ball was right in between Zeke Berry and Griffin Wilde. And this is amazing concentration through the contact, and he was able to grab that ball. What a huge third down conversion. We've seen it a couple of times. Michigan jumped offside. They are able to move the chains. Fake punt, move the chains, and here on a 3rd and long, Griffin Wilde comes up with a monster catch. Although, man.
Jordan Marshall in the backfield with Underwood. Underneath, nice throw, great catch, and 1. And this time, Michigan trying to run out the 21. Bredesen in motion. They look that way. Marsh with a blocker. Bredesen. 3rd and 3 at the 28. Underwood drops it off near side. Should be a first down. Zach
against Washington earlier in the season, we were there for that game, and he's been in and out of kind of a quiet game here.
8 for 8, 97 yards. First down at the 32. Again, Underwood just whips it.
Where if he gets any sort of pressure or the look on this side, then what he's going to do is he's going to not give the ball, but he's going to throw it. So he gets the blitz and he throws it right behind. He's seeing the field really well.
First down at the 43. Underwood again winds up. And that one thrown a little high for Donovan McCulley. In 1965. Second down and 10 at the 43. Underwood now decides to run it. He's got a lane and dives forward. Oh, 1st and 10 at the 42. Play fake. Underwood looking, dancing. Now steps up on the move. Bryce Underwood trying to get around the corner and is finally dragged down. Facing a 2nd down and 6 at the 38. Here's Marshall. Fighting for the Cats.
Yeah, here he comes again. This is what I'm talking about. You see this low safety right there. It looks like he's deep, but he is right near the line of scrimmage. Really a run defender.
Bredesen in the backfield. Underwood winds up deep sideline. Oh, Marsh has it. And dimes here in Chicago.
That was a great ball by Underwood and a really good route from Andrew Marsh. I tell you, we got the freshman connection going on. Both of these guys.
40 yards. That a gain of 32. First down and goal
on outside, Gus. And then as he gets a defender Fussell on the outside, he just goes directly underneath him. We call that getting north and south.
The deep back out of the I formation. They'll give it to Marshall, trying to squeeze through. Does he? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Impressive drive from this Wolverines team. Look at the movement up front. That offensive line. A lot of young guys in there, and you can see Marshall, as he's kind of being held up, just extends that ball over the goal line. What a drive right there. I tell you what, they're showing some serious balance, and more specifically, some explosive subtraction.
That's right. 1st and 10 to the 25. The Cats. Stone underneath. That one thrown high. And 1 TFL in his last game against Purdue. Stone dancing around, in trouble. Stone, and he just lofts it out of bounds.
On just the straight blitz right here, you're trying to get a block from the running back, and so Komalafe is trying to slow him down, but look at the power, and he's forcing Stone to get out of the pocket. The coverage was excellent down the field, and Michigan gets off the field.
The 23. Play fake. Underwood in trouble and sacked again. Underwood over the middle, incomplete. That one. Underwood. Northwestern coming. Underwood sideline, back shoulder, incomplete.
I'll tell you, McCulley doesn't give him any space, but I think it's because of the coverage from Fussell. Look at Fussell just ride him right out of bounds. As a wide receiver, Gus, you've got to give your quarterback 2 or 3 yards buffer zone, between you and the sideline. When you run right next to the sideline, that sideline acts as a second defender. And so Fussell just uses
it. Hollaback comes in to punt it away. First punt of the game for Michigan inside the 5. Wagner steps up and finally goes down.
The Vienna beef, man, the Chicago style.
Nice. 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's the handoff. Hyman. Nice run for Northwestern. 2nd and 3. Handoff straight ahead. Hyman. He gets
enforcement of the penalty results in a first down.
That's Ita. He jumps over, and that's why.
Play fake. Stone. Deep drop. Sideline. Caught. Hyman out of the bay.
There's others. Wonder if that ball hit the ground. Oh yeah, look at that. It did touch the ground. I wonder if they're going to take a look at that. I don't know if his hand.
2nd and 4. And they will not. Hyman. First down. First down at the 31. Here's a reversal. And it's Wagner. Wagner with a nice move. Led by Coach Braun with this Wildcat program. Stone rolling out. On the move across his body. Caught. He's got his time.
On the backside. And when that happens, what do you get? You can just get over the top of that, and then there's no backside linebacker filling in coverage back there, so he looks all the way back into the middle of the field, and he's able to get that catch. I'll tell you, that was a nice catch from Welsing, who reached back behind.
Goal at the Michigan 5 for Northwestern. Hyman runs into his own man and is stood up. Hard loss. Stone looks that way. Stone off his back foot. Touchdown! Flag on the play.
Michigan gets what they
Pass
want.
Interference. Offense number 84. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
They got the pressure in Stone's face, but on the outside, they're trying to run these pick routes, and you can see just clear contact without really any meaning of a route from 84. That's Hunter Welsing, who had the catch on the previous play. And that
Stone, sidearm throw, caught. Wagner turns it up, and he'll get to Stone. Guns it near side. That one. And it's perfect. North. 1st and 10 at the 25. Here's a handoff. Marshall. Marshall breaking tackles, dives forward at the
right time frame, you know.
He could throw that speed ball by you. 2nd down and 5 underneath McCulley. And that's a first down for the Wolverines. Fitzgerald with the tackle, gain of 7.
Do you remember when Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor were both healthy for the Cubs?
Third down and 4 at the 43. Underwood, he's 18. Underwood. Oh, what a catch for the Wolverines. Basketball.
As Underwood climbs in the pocket, great pressure again from Northwestern. Ball goes straight in the air, and Tonelli is Johnny on the spot. Perfect place, perfect Northwestern. Ball goes straight in the air, and Tonelli is Johnny on the spot. Perfect place, perfect time, and he's able to go up and get that ball. Again, great pressure. We've seen that constantly today from this Northwestern. There's football or baseball.
Jenny was in the scoreboard earlier today. Marshall, nice running. Look at Jordan Marshall. What a back he's turning out to be.
One of the best backs in the Big Ten. I think he would start almost anywhere in the conference.
Here's a reverse. Marsh gets clobbered. Northwestern has the football. Takes the hit.
That's a backwards toss, so that's absolutely a fumble. Saka comes in, he reads it perfectly. They're trying to flip it to Marsh, and he just clotheslines him right there. Northwestern picks it up. What a huge stop. David Braun telling Jenny earlier, we need to get off the field. We got to get stops, and they get a big one there through a turnover. I got to tell you, with the way Michigan was running the football, you got to think to yourself, was that the right time for a big...
Stone Komalafe. Children, as my mom would say. 2nd and 7 at the 44. They're going to throw it. Wagner. Now he decides, woo! Power slam!
Say, you better buckle your chin strap today.
We used to have a wrestler in Detroit called Dick the Bruiser. That looks like a Dick the Bruiser.
That is exactly right. He kind of jumped into it, too. Ooh. They're going to watch that on film, and every teammate on the Northwestern, hey, why'd you jump? We're like, oh.
Stone steps into his throw. Caught. Welsing down at the 5. 37.
And Welsing ran a great route. He gave an outside move in order to beat Jaden Mangum, the safety, and he got inside of him, and Stone delivered that one on the money right down the seam.
So now him on the other side. Stone looking. Stone end zone incomplete. But there is
Here's Michigan trying to substitute and then run off the field. You can see they're all pointing, looking around. There's 12 out there, and because they participated in the play.
Stone rolling on the move. Incomplete. That ball was deflected.
It was, and it would have been a touchdown if he doesn't get his hand on this football. There he just gets that index finger on the ball, and it would have been a touchdown. Welsing was wide open. The coverage was blown, and Barham saves the day for Michigan, at least on first. And athletic. You can see the length right there in that tip ball.
On 2nd down, Komalafe plowing motion. Stone looks that way, goes through, and another ball.
A great job up front. You know, Stone's not the biggest guy in the world, and when you're trying to work in these short confines inside the 10-yard line, you got to get that ball out quickly. He's trying to throw it low in that passing lane, throws it right into the armpit of Benny.
Good snap, clean hold, and pure. The 25. Underwood. Over the middle. Excuse me, sideline, and it's caught. Nice catch by Andrew Marsh. And it's a 17-yard gain.
Now they can work quickly here, clock stopping after a first down.
From the 42, first down. Underwood. Again, sideline throw, caught by Marsh again. First down from the 47. Underwood goes through his progressions. Sideline, Marsh steps out of bounds. Where did they? 2nd and 7. Underwood with time. Incomplete. That ball broken up. 34. Marsh in motion. Here's Underwood. Backside pressure. Underwood across the line of scrimmage. Good snap. Clean hold. Oh, he pushed it wide right. Stone will throw it on first down. Winding up. Wide open receiver. Wilde. He turns it up. Gets out of bounds.
First down.
So they call Wilde up top, so you're not going to see the false start, but you see Jashawn Barham, number 1. You see he kind of has that bit of a flinch. Martez Lewis, the right tackle, he stepped out.
Stone in trouble. That ball deflected again and got his hand on it. No, make that Derek Moore.
Yeah, Hausman with the pressure along the outside, and Stone was feeling it, got it just away. And there's Derek Moore, number 8. And he's been a bit quiet so far today. Derek Moore has been on a tear of late.
Derek, and he has a team leading 9 for the season. And 15 at the 40. Empty backfield. Stone sets up a screen underneath. Didn't fool the Wolverines. As in on the play.
Well, what they do here is they don't blitz. They were blitzing over 60% of the time in that first half, and now they sit in coverage. And because of that, Bowles just has his eyes on the quarterback, and he's in a perfect spot to make that play on a third down. Good call from Wink Martindale, and a really nice stop from Troy Bowles.
As a freshman, first down and 10. Let's see. Here come the Wolverines. And Underwood, that ball deflected this time.
I told you how fast these safeties are coming down to defend the run, so Michigan tries to run the little RPO, but Fitzgerald is able to stop, elevate, bat that ball out of the air. Nice.
Breaks it outside. Oh, almost broke it.
On the halftime show of how well they've been tackling in space, this is another example. This is the last line of defense. If Uline doesn't get Marshall to the ground, there was a lot of green grass in front of them, and they're locked.
At the 18-yard line. Underwood. He wants to run it. Hits the sideline. Picks up the first.
You know, it reminds me of Nico Io now, too, and he says to himself, all right, I can go and get this, and he gets the edge, and he's able to get the line to gain. Another good tackle, though, I tell you, in space. Look at these linebackers have done a good job.
Yes, they have. First down at the 26. Marshall. Oh! Marshall! Down the sideline. Can he get there? Jordan Marshall cuts it back and goes down inside the 10. That's with the saving tackle.
Well, you got the block from you-know-who. There's Bredesen. He's right in the middle. He's getting up on the linebacker. Underwood thinks it's gone. This is amazing hustle from Gardner Wallace to track him down. Marshall is an explosive guy, but Wallace tracks him down.
Michigan State, Purdue, and now Northwestern. First and goal at the 9. Michigan trying to pound the rock. And wow, it fools everybody, including our cameraman, Bryce Underwood, with the touchdown.
I tell you, this is great ball handling right here. Underwood's going to fake to Kuzdal, who's right here, and he keeps it on the edge. Look at all the fast flow from the defense. Everybody thinking it's going inside, and Underwood saunters into the end zone.
What's the read? Northwestern, Michigan, terrific battle so far. Let's see how the Wildcats respond. This Kamalate charges forward. 2nd and 7 at the 28. Stone fires deep and incomplete.
Pressure in the face of Stone, and it's just out of the reach. Wow, gosh, he could have caught that.
Might have lost that in the sun.
I was going to say, it's right down the shadow line. You can see from our vantage point, you know, the sun is basically right behind us. We're here in the home plate booth. I don't think he saw that one at all.
Stone dancing, steps up, buys time, deflected and incomplete.
Lucky this wasn't picked off. Zeke Berry is going to just read his eyes over here, left part of your screen. And Stone, ill-advised throw back across his body to the middle of the field. You throw the ball late across the middle of the field, bad things happen.
Luke Akers with Morgan, the deep man. Morgan from the 31 tries a split and does. Spins, keeps moving, and lost it. If this stands.
Ball's definitely out before he's down. And then it's just a Royal Rumble under the pile for that football.
Liam Reardon ripped it out of his hands. And it looks like Morgan has it right there, but it may have Hyman in at running back. And they give it to him. And Hyman
plays with great leverage. So as this ball is going to go over here to the right, watch these defenders all get themselves with their outside arm free. And that forces him to cut back towards the middle where all the pursuit is coming from. Everyone talk.
Hyman again with a hole. Gets outside. A burst. Nice run.
Really good block by Tiernan here, the tackle. He's going to go out and he's going to get TJ Guy and provide a nice hole for Hyman to run through. And then Jimmy Rolder misses a tackle right there. Or excuse me, Jair Hill misses that tackle and allows for extra yardage down the sideline.
I tell you, this offensive line for Northwestern, these guys are good. They look like they got some
physical.
pros.
You bet. Tiernan is definitely a pro.
First down and 10. Hyman. There though, Joel, I'll tell you, he's good.
Yeah, he really is. I think Caleb Tiernan is going to have a good chance at the next level, but here, just out of his stance a little quickly, they've used that hard Kate.
Preston Stone directing traffic. They hand it off to Hyman. Running. Tiernan's. Stone looks. Stone bounces. And he'll just dump it out of bounds.
Easier to cover, and then you finally allow this rush to show up. Only rush 4. TJ Guy goes inside. Etta on the outside finally gets in the face of Stone, who just has to throw.
And he remains perfect.
That was awesome.
I was so excited I lost my stuff. Apologies if I went too far and irritated people.
You know, there was a lot of people around the world that had some fun with that call.
Here's Taylor. Oh, Taylor gets stuck. When I saw that this week, I was in tears. I was laughing so hard. Marshall running the football. Oh, gosh. 2nd and 4 at the 26. Underwood over the middle. And again, Andrew Marsh. What a fine job this young man is doing with this Michigan team. He's a freshman, a baby. 6 foot, 190 pounds. Maybe 6 foot, 190 pounds. His mom, Eleanor, is his inspiration. Lost his father early in his life. And he's just doing such a fantastic job coming from Texas to the University of Michigan. 1st down and 10 at the 39. Says he wants to go into real estate. Custom.
Underwood.
2nd down and 6 at the 44. And Underwood, 1st down. McCulley.
And then Jordan Marshall steps in, and he's just been electric.
Custom slips, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Over the middle. McCulley. Oh, tripped up the saving tackle after a 26-yard reception.
I love this because Underwood is reading that safety, and he comes down to defend that run, and he just throws the RPO right past him, and boy, that ball almost batted down twice. Fitzgerald can't get a hand on it, right in the chest.
No touchdowns, no interceptions. 1st and 10 of the 18. The handoff. And Marshall crosses the line.
Game so far this season.
Rome was not built in a day. 2nd and 9 at the 17. Off his back foot. Incomplete, but a flag. All over him.
Tonelli lined up here at tight end. There's a little bit of a delay trying to get the play action. Just out of his reach, but Fussell all over him.
Interference.
Know what he's in there for. Marshall, the deep man, out of the eye. Marshall trying to get outside and will not. The 3.
I'll tell you, Fitzgerald, what a great play. He's going to step up right here, and he's going to take on Max Bredesen. And Marshall tries to go outside, but again, leverage. Look at Fitzgerald keep that outside arm free. No one gets outside of you when you're on the edge, and he's able to make.
Marshall. Power running. Lyman in the game. Touchdown, Michigan. Marshall.
It's the goal line prior to being fumbled. Therefore, it is a touchdown.
And it did. Play is dead immediately when he's got control.
Down and 10 at the 25. Preston Stone. And he'll just gun it. Had some pressure on him.
Area. The ball still has to go past the line of scrimmage. You just can't throw it away, so it needed to get all the way to the 25. And as you can see, that crosses a stick, and the official is right there, the line judge, making a.
Stone in the pocket. Over the middle. Oh, what a catch by Wilde.
These are the matchups that they need.
And you said in the slot over the middle against the safety.
That's
Stone near side, caught. Wagner. And he'll go forward. Preston Stone with time. Sideline throw. Back shoulder. Oh, another great catch.
Elegant on the sideline. Zeke Berry kind of ran past it, and he was able to kind of stop his momentum, go back, and catch that ball. Beautiful extension. Elegant, 6.
Stone on the play fake over the middle. Caught. Well sake. 4.
Well, as these safeties get wide, you can just run right down the middle of the seam. And as soon as he clears the linebacker, Stone lets it rip.
However, Northwestern's got to punch it in. 1st and goal at the 1. Do they get it? Touchdown, Wildcats. Preston Stone.
Possessions, they had to kick 3 field goals in the red zone, something they've struggled with all season long. They're actually 130th in the country in terms of red zone touchdown percentage, but here, when they need it most, they go to the veteran Stone, the transfer from SMU, with a little help from that backfield, continuing to push, and finally over the goal line for a touchdown.
Got to give a lot from their own 25, 1st down. Jordan Marshall cuts it back. Oh, he gets smacked. Underwood to throw. Underwood lets it fly. Incomplete. He had 37 yards passing. No touchdowns, no picks. Underwood underneath, and it's intercepted. Wow! Down the sideline.
Braden Turner comes out of this right side. He's going to fly in from this right side into the screen. Underwood's trying to get the ball to the tight end right at the chains, and there's Braden Turner. Read his eyes the entire time. Steps in front, picks it off, sets up his offense inside of the 10-yard line. I tell you what, there is no quit in these Cats. They just keep fighting and fighting.
The pistol back. They give it to him. Kamalafe. Touchdown, Northwestern. Caleb Kamalafe. 4 receivers at the bottom. They throw it incomplete for Hyman. Jordan Marshall through the hole. He'll dive forward 6 at the 29. Marshall breaks it back. Marshall cuts it inside. Jordan Marshall again.
The Northwestern defender, when he tackled him, the first thing to go down was that right shoulder. And you can see at that angle right there, oh man, I have been there. That is really tough on your shoulder, in particular the AC joint in your shoulder. And he stayed down immediately. See, he just takes all the weight of himself and the defender, Uline, who was hustling from that middle linebacker.
1st and 10 at the 47. They give it to him straight ahead, and he bursts through at the 39. Cusdell gets through and picks up a 1st. 1st and 10 at the 36. Delayed handoff. Cusdell cuts it inside. Whoa, he gets smacked.
Fitzgerald. Check his physicality. Bam. Wow. I mean, he is showing up at the ball with some anger.
30. Cusdell again. And it's intercepted on the play action fake.
This is another RPO, but to throw it, you have to make sure that the safety comes down. He sits. This should have been a handoff, but Underwood wanted to throw the ball, and he throws it right into Robert Fitzgerald. That's who the read is. Got to read it out. Fitzgerald sat there, baited the quarterback into the throw, and makes the interception.
1st down for Northwestern at the 22. Kamalafe. At the 23. Michigan's defense, they got to get off the field. Stone, sideline, caught. Albright, Gavin. Stone, under pressure. Incomplete.
They attack the youngest player out there, the true freshman Jordan Young. And what a play. He goes up with that left hand against Welsing right at the catch point. Look at that left hand. Jordan Young, play of the day defensively for Michigan there on 3rd down.
Return man now. Akers from the 15. 30. And Marsh gets to.
And boy, this Northwestern defense has been great.
1st down to the 41. And it's Cusdell with a burst.
It's all over the place. We talked to him yesterday, and he just had this air of excitement about playing this game. You knew it was going to be a game where he had to be huge. Here it is, real speed. Bam, wow.
Michigan gained 6 on that play. Cusdell, very effective runner thus far. Underwood, he finds his man Marsh. Marsh continues to move. And Cusdell this time stood up and driven back at the line of 2nd and 10 at the 33. Underwood hands it off. Cusdell downhill running. Important. It's 3rd and 2. Delayed handoff. And Jasper Park. Cusdell! I don't think he got it. And he lost.
Look at all the cats flying in. I don't think he ever actually got the exchange from Underwood. That ball was on the ground. The play was dead before it ever got started. Never got the handle. Never got the handle. This Northwestern defense has been amazing. The ball's too high. It needs to be down into the chest, in the pocket. Underwood's trying to read the defensive end. Too many miscues, too many mistakes. And when you give a veteran team...
20 remaining, 1st down at their own 26. Stone will throw it, and he'll just gun it at the ground.
Up immediately.
2nd and 10 at the 26. Now they'll run it. Hyman trying to get outside with a burst. And out of bounds.
Yeah, the tight end on the outside. Here he is right here. And you're going to see he's blocking Barham, and then he tries to get off and block the safety, TJ Metcalf, and just grabs him with that left hand. And that's the hold right there, right at the point of attack. Flag came out immediately.
Hyman. And he's bottled up and will go down.
Now, more importantly, they're going backwards here. Hyman on the, trying to get the edge. Grant in pursuit there. Gets a little face mask. Flag doesn't come out.
Hey, the pistol back. Behind Stone. He'll run it. Kamalafe. And he'll be tackled. Running back. Out with the shoulder injury. Cusdell. And the back shoulder throw.
Totally erratic.
2nd down and 10 at the 37. Underwood looking. Underwood. Nobody home. On the 37. Underwood looking. Underwood. Sideline.
Better catch. So he's got to get control first, Gus, and then does he have a toe in bounds? Then he's got to maintain through going to the ground. So, yeah, that's control. The toe is down. Does he maintain control? It looks like he does. Wow.
At the 39. Cusdell. Make that Underwood on the play fake. Evan. Underwood rolls. Underwood runs. Underwood, what a great scramble.
That was a great decision by Underwood as he leaves the pocket over on the right side. The defense was all over the wide receiver, so he takes it himself. Ball popped out. I think that ground caused it right there. But he's able to get the line to gain to stop.
At the Northwestern 28. 1:07 to go. Michigan runs it. Cusdell.
The ball in harm's way.
2nd and 6 at the 24. Cusdell pounds forward. And it's Cusdell. Oh, 1st down, Michigan. Whoa, heck of a job.
That push was incredible in the middle of that O-line. Greg Kripp in the center. El Hadi the left guard. Jake Guanera, the right guard.
Clock starts. Another handoff. Custom got it up. It's good. Michigan wins. On their worst day, they come back.